Hi guys, today we'll see how light impacts testosterone and hormones in general. And of course, I'm going to explain to you how to leverage light to maximize your test levels. Let's get straight into it. Light has an extremely strong relation with hormones, alright? And in particular, sunlight, as is the most powerful light source on Earth by far. We'll firstly talk about morning sunlight. There's some real solid scientific evidence showing that sun exposure at any time of the day boosts your test levels. But in particular in the morning, what's great is that viewing morning sunlight through your eyes, not through a window, not through sunglasses, but through your eyes, is the most effective signal for wakefulness in your mind and in your body throughout the day, and makes you sleep better at night. So what's great about morning sunlight is that it makes you produce more testosterone, just because sunlight boosts test. But the fact that it's in the morning makes you sleep better at night, that's extremely important, because as you probably know, the sleep is the part of the day where you release the most of your testosterone, growth hormone, and all that stuff. So morning sunlight boosts your test directly and indirectly. Now, some practical tips. Do not stare directly at the sun, of course, it's too painful. The only moment where you can look at the sun is at sunrise, right? When the sun is very low in the sky and it's a bit red, orange. But a few moments after sunrise, when the sun is a bit higher and it starts to get a bit yellow, don't stare directly at the sun. Look towards the sun, right? Through your eyes. And for wakefulness during the day and for sleep improvement, the earlier you take that morning sunlight, the better. Now, don't get too neurotic about it, but if you can do it within the first hour after waking up, that's great. Now, what if it's cloudy and you cannot see the sun? Well, you should go out there anyways, because sun rays pass through the clouds. There's less sun rays, of course, so there is less benefits regarding wakefulness, regarding sleep improvement and testosterone increase, but it's still way better to go outside even on a cloudy day rather than staying indoors. So go outside, go get that natural light. Now, sunlight during the day, like I told you earlier, it has been proven by real scientific evidence that skin exposure to sunlight boosts your test levels. And what's recommended by science is around 20 to 30 minutes of sun exposure daily. And obviously, the more skin you show, the better. So I'm not telling you to sun your balls, alright? Don't do that, that's freaking weird. But if you can be in a shirt with short sleeves so that you show your forearms, you show your hands, you show your neck, if you can show your whole face as well, that's great. The more skin you show, the better. And now, what about your light exposure during the late evening and during the night? Well, during the late evening, an hour, 2 hours before bedtime, you should try to decrease progressively all the lights in your environment. Because melatonin is light sensitive, alright? Melatonin is the hormone involved in sleepiness, and melatonin is produced in darkness. So in other words, if you stay in a very bright environment with a bunch of overhead lights, a bunch of lamps, you're not going to produce melatonin, so it's going to mess up your sleep quality, so you're not going to produce a bunch of testosterone in your sleep. So you want to avoid that. So an hour, 2 hours before going to bed, gradually decrease all the lights in your environment. Now, if you wake up in the middle of the night, something that is extremely important is that you don't turn on any lights unless it's necessary, right? Of course, don't take the risks of falling down the stairs, but anticipate. Take a flashlight with you, right, close to your bed. Take your phone flashlight or put a tiny lamp in your restroom, right? But the problem with bright light exposure in the middle of the night is that it has been proven to suppress your dopamine and testosterone levels in your brain. So the thing is, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you go to the restroom and you turn on that big overhead light, you're sending a wake-up signal to your eyes and to your brain, right? While you're supposed to be asleep, right? You're supposed to get back to sleep a few moments after that, right? So your brain is completely lost. So it messes up your sleep quality and it makes you produce less testosterone. So again, anticipate, take a little flashlight or a tiny lamp with you and avoid those big overhead lights. Now, to recap, light and testosterone have a very strong link. What you can do to boost your test levels with light is firstly, in the morning, try to get outside, even on a cloudy day. Go get natural bright light for a few minutes. During the day, try to get around 20 to 30 minutes of skin exposure to sun. And at night, around bedtime, reduce progressively all the lights in your environment. And during the night, if you wake up to go to the restroom or for whatever reason, only turn on as much light as strictly needed. All those tools work to boost your test levels, but I want to make clear that it's extremely important that you do the fundamentals also, right? You have a good diet, you exercise. So if you want the test levels of a gorilla, you need to do all those things to optimize everything in your everyday life. So exercise, good diet, good sleep, good light exposure, and thanks to all those things, they're all going to compound to make you boost your test levels. Now I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, you can leave a like, subscribe to my channel as well, click the bell button, and I'll see you next time.